Hey YouTube, Twig here, bringing you guys an update to my Laval deck profile for the October 2014 ban list. With Rekindling at 1, this deck seemed to have gone off the radar for quite a while, but I've been working on it because this used to be one of my favorite decks to play. It had its sole basis was to get out Shooting Quasar Dragon, which a lot of decks found it difficult to do, but this one made it pretty easy. With 3 cards, you were able to pull it off. So I thought I'd bring you guys an update. Rekindling is still at 1, no changes there. But I just added a few more different combos to make the deck a little more offensive, and a lot of different plays that you can do. So with main deck and extra deck, let's go ahead and get started. I run 2 Laval Magma Cannoneer. This card is used in the Quasar OTK. All in all, it's a pretty good card for being a level 4 with 1700 attack, and its effect is up to twice per turn you can send 1 fire monster from your hand to the graveyard and inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each. I usually will use Molten Conduction Field to get this card out of the way and into the graveyard, where Lavals see most of their play being used for their effects from the grave. So getting rid of him with Conduction Field is a big priority in this deck. Same with Laval Volcano Handmaiden. I run 3 of her. She is your main tuner of the deck, and also an important play of the Quasar build. And her effect is when she's sent to the graveyard, if there's another Laval monster in the graveyard, you can send 1 Laval monster from your deck to your graveyard. What's good about her is you can repeat the effect with her 2 more times and then finally complete 1 more. So with 1 Molten Conduction Field, you can mill 5 Lavals to the graveyard. So if you open up Molten Conduction Field and none of these cards, I recommend greatly getting rid of these cards fast so you don't draw into them, making your deck a lot more easier to draw what you want. So basically with 1 Conduction Field, you get 5 of your monsters out of the way, and you're right up for getting all the spells and other important monsters you need for your combos. Plus I run 3 Laval Lakeside Lady. With her effect, if this card's in your graveyard and you have 3 or more Laval monsters with different names in your graveyard, you can banish this card and 1 other Laval monster from your graveyard to target 1 set card your opponent controls, destroy that target. I think it's pretty funny, just because set cards are a big thing in this format, with Shaddols being a thing. You could pop a Shaddol. I wouldn't especially recommend it because you'll get their card effect off, which could be much worse for you. But it gets rid of back row, and one of your big cards, Laval Cannon, relies on banished monsters, which you also run 3 of this. With this effect, when this card is normal or flip summon, you can target 1 of your banished Laval monsters and special summon that target. So depending on whatever one you get, if you banish Cannoneer, you can go for a rank 4 summon with Cannon. If you get back Lakeside Lady, level 7 Synchro, or if you get back a Handmaiden, a level 5 Synchro. Cannon opens up a lot of plays, which is why you gotta run 3. He's also one of the only Laval monsters in this deck that has 900 defense instead of 200, so he's not a Rekindling target. Nonetheless, he's a great card overall by himself. A lot of offensive play with him. Plus, I also run 3 Flamvell Firedog. Once again, another heavy hitter. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 fire monster with 200 or less defense from your deck, except for Flamvell Firedog. So once again, you have all options. You can get Lakeside Lady, Cannoneer, Handmaiden, whichever you want for your effect. So Firedog and Cannon both open up a lot of special plays, special summon plays that you can get off Synchros, Exceeds, whichever you need for the situation. Plus, I also run 2 Boost Warrior, another key card in the Quasar play. Plus, great with just any other monster in the deck if you wish to get off an easy Synchro play. If you have a tuner monster, you can special summon Boost Warrior from your hand. So you can go for a level 4 with Laval Lakeside Lady or a level 2 with Handmaiden, whichever you prefer. Plus, I also run 1 Blaster, pretty standard. Every monster in this deck is fire, so it's very viable to get off Blaster. And 1 combo I do like, which is why I run 1 Pyrorex. What's great is if you open this and Molten Conduction Field in your hand, it's very easy to get this guy out. Because to special summon him, you have to have exactly 5 fire monsters in your graveyard. So first turn you can use Conduction Field, send your Cannoneer, your 3 Handmaidens, wherever the last one is, there it is, and then the last Cannoneer, exactly 5 in the graveyard, special summon the Pyrorex. You already got your heavy hitter out on the field with his Ring of Destruction effect. It's pretty awesome. I love when I get and pull that combo off. Plus, I also run 3 Swift Scarecrow for stall. It's really optional for what you prefer. I like Swift Scarecrow. Some people like Battle Fader, mostly because with Battle Fader, you fill up your field for the Rekindling play. With the Rekindling play, so you can get off Quasar, you need 5 open spots for the 2 Cannoneers and the 3 Handmaidens, which Battle Fader really ruins since he's in the middle of the field. Swift Scarecrow does not, because you just have to discard him to stop the direct attack. That is it for the monsters. We'll move on to spells. I run 3 Molten Conduction field. Pretty standard, sends 2 Laval monsters from your deck to the graveyard. Like I said, you want them in your graveyard. Drawing them would be a big minus for you, so using Conduction field to get them there as fast as possible really helps thin the deck. I also run 1 Rekindling. This is a very special card in the deck. You can only run 1. Special summon from your graveyard as many fire monsters as possible with 200 defense. During the end phase, banish all monsters that are special summoned by this way. This is your key to the Quasar play. Without this card, it is very difficult to get off this play. There's no way your opponent is going to let you get 5 Laval monsters on the field and let them stay there. With this, you special summon the 5. If all things go smoothly, you can get your Quasar out very easily. Plus, I also run 1 Soul Charge. You can only run 1 now, but this is another option for your Quasar play. I wouldn't recommend it. Paying 5,000 life points for a Quasar might be worth it. I don't know, depending on what situation you're in. But Soul Charge really does help open up a lot of plays with this deck. You got plenty of monsters in your deck to work with. I would recommend using as much life as you can if you know you're going to be able to pull off the combo you want. It's that substitute Rekindling, if you'd like to call it, in the deck. Plus, I also run 1 Reinforcements, just 1 at the moment. Still prefer the 1. Only running 2 Warriors, which are the Boost Warriors. Not too much of a priority to get them out of the way in the deck. Plus, I also run 2 Scapegoats, pretty much just stall. 1 Raigeki. Like the Raigeki over the Dark Hole, you really don't get much more from destroying your own Laval monsters in this deck. Find Raigeki a lot better. And for traps, I run 2 Flamvell Counters. Its effect is remove from play 1 fire monster in your graveyard with 200 defense, negate the activation of a spell or trap, and destroy it. Very awesome in this deck. You have plenty of fire monsters with 200 defense, including Boost Warrior, most of the Lavals except Cannon, Firedog, making Flamvell Counter a very viable card in the deck. Plus, I also run 3 Threatening Roar for more stall, just so you can get your plays off. 1 Torrential, 1 Compulse, 1 Solemn Warning, and 2 Dimensional Prison. That is it for the main deck. We'll move on to the extra. I run 2 Laval Dragoon. It's an awesome card. You can call it the Bryonic of Lavals. Its effect is you can return 2 Laval monsters from your graveyard to your deck to select 1 card your opponent controls, and return that target to the hand. It's awesome. It replenishes the Lavals into your deck, which is kind of a bad thing, but you can easily get them back into the graveyard using Conduction field. Plus, with his effect not specifying once per turn, you can return a lot of cards on your opponent's side of the field back to their hand. After you resolve this effect, you can go for your Quasar. Like, let's say you have your monsters on the field. Go for a level 5. You could say the first one's Librarian, then Dragon. Make sure your opponent's field is clear, and then go for your Quasar play and finish them off. Plus 1 Laval Dual Slasher. He's great because he is also a Rekindling target if you make him early game. You make your summoning easier. Like, let's say you need a Soul Charge, you can summon him and a couple less monsters to go easy on your life points. 1 Laval Dragoon, 1 Laval Stenin, 1 Formula Synchron needed for the Quasar play, 1 Hyper Librarian, awesome with the Quasar play just because of life point draw. Quasar, main card of the Quasar play. Shooting Star Dragon, just because of the special summon off of Quasar. 1 Armades, 1 Black Rose, 1 Balmung, 1 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, and for the Exceeds I run 1 Laval Chain and 1 number 101. So, yep, that's it for the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely recommend still giving Lavals a try. The deck, maybe not what it used to be, but it's still a lot of fun. Did a lot of play testing, and I definitely recommend trying it out. That's it for the deck profile. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.